Hello, hello. It is the end of the year, which is kind of a time to look back and reflect, and it's also a time for top 10 lists. Gimme Mojo, watch Mojo, Jojo. This is Twice Fried's top 10 sneakers of 2021. /fisting. Before we get into the actual list, I just want to say this is just my personal list, so it is 100% correct. Complex, more like complex. I got my list right here. Let's get into it. Let's just jump into it. Starting things off at number 10. Coming in your butt, we have the Kith Hawaii Air Force One. I actually wanted to put this shoe a lot higher on my list, but the release of these was location locked to just Hawaii. So really good for the Hawaii residents, but everyone else had to pay the troll toll. And the troll toll was pretty expensive, $700. That is steep. My butthole. Yeah, the colorway of this shoe was amazing. The inner sock liner, that nice tropical blue, it looks so good. Moving on to number 9. This is a classic colorway. We have the Jordan 11 Cool Gray. This is actually the third time it's been released. Originally released back in 2001, and then it was re-released back in 2010, which is kind of a long time ago. This Jordan in particular was a lot closer to the OG colorway too. This shoe was a general release, so anyone who wanted it was, I'm pretty sure was able to get their hands on them. Moving up to the 8th spot on our list, we have a New Balance. It is the New Balance 2002 R. For this one, I put both the protection pack and the Sala Bembry. Am I saying that right? New Balance kind of had a pretty good year. Nice little change, something other than a Jordan. I really wanted one from the protection pack, but I wasn't able to cop them. If you've had any New Balance shoes before, you know the quality is very good and the comfort is insane. Yeah, that takes the number 8 spot. Up next, we have number 7. Oh, water break. H2O. Sponsor me. At number 7, we have our first Jordan 1, the Hyper Royal colorway. I still think the turbos look a lot better, so we're gonna put these at number 7. This was kind of a continuation from the, I think it's the Crimson and the turbos from a couple years ago. And yeah, if it ain't broke, you know? They kind of just rehashed the same thing. They did take off the little tooling code on the side, which I think was an improvement. A nice 7, you know? Not great, but not bad either. Up next, at number 6. Ooh, now we're getting into, okay. We're getting into some heaters now. At number 6, we have the Air Max 1 Pata collection. This pack released in 4 colorways, the Monarch, Aqua Blue, Rush Maroon, and the Black colorway. I missed out on the first 2, but I did manage to snag a pair of the Rush Maroon ones. I do think the Monarch and the Aqua pair look the best of the 4. I really like the overall theme they went with. The waves look so good. Some people were saying on the first 2 colorways, the Monarch and the Aqua, the suede or the leather was kind of dead. So I do think the Rush Maroon pair will stand the test of time just a little bit better. Yeah, when Pata does a collab with Nike, their shit is fire. The wavy design plus that classic Air Max 1 silhouette is a match made on Match.com. Match.com, sponsor me. It is a good combo. Hard to beat, but it was beat by 5 other shoes. So, actually, 5 and 6 could be interchangeable. I wasn't too sure on these. Next, number 5. Top 5. Ooh. We have the New Balance P550. Both the Emilion Dior collab and the Aurora Lee collaboration. This one kind of came out of nowhere. When New Balance pulled this one out of their archives, it was kind of like, where did this come from? But also, give me more. Bitch. I have a pair of the Emilions as a daily driver, and I gotta say, the comfort on these is ridiculous. It has an orthotic insole, and the quality of the materials is insane as well. Kind of a retro style, so you get all of those premium leathers on the upper. It's a very well constructed shoe. Amazing shoe for the daily rotation. It's so good. New Balance is kind of making a comeback. Also, just recently, there was a restock on the Emilion collaboration, so the resale on these isn't too crazy. They're a lot more obtainable. All right, moving on to number 4. At number 4, we got another Jordan 1, the Jordan 1 University Blue. This one, you might have saw this one coming. In your butt? This was released much earlier in the year, and the hype on these was insane. It's got that suede UNC blue upper. It looks so good. This was the one shoe that I really wish I hit on these. I'd say this shoe was kind of 2021's Mocha, you know? All right, okay. Before we get into the top 3, I kind of want to speed run a couple other categories. Some of the shoes that just didn't make the list for certain reasons, you know? All right, hear me out here. First category, honorable mentions. The City Market Dunks, the Maui Wowies. Ooh, those are good. Off-White Jordan 2, the Jordan 1 Neutral Grays, Jordan 4 University Blue, the Dunk Low Medium Curry, the What the P-Rod Dunk, and the Union Jordan 4. That is all for the honorable mentions. And now we are moving on to the category. We have the Salabembri Crocs and the Yeezy Foam Runners. All right, next category is the I don't know anymore category. In this one, we have the Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott Fragment collab. The last category is the Haha Nice Try Bitch category. The Backdoor Special, also known as the Jordan 1 Trophy Room. All right, with those out of the way, let's get into my top 3 sneakers of 2021. At number 3, we have the Off-White Dunk Low Dear Summer. Virgil kind of brought it back to the original bungee lace dunks, but in a nice clean neutral palette. These released in a set of 50, and they were all really clean. I think my favorite one was the 49 of 50. It had a nice kind of lavender colorway. Also, they changed up the release of these. They did only exclusive access through the sneakers app. If you were pretty active on the app at the time, I'm pretty sure you hit on a pair. I'm super happy I was actually able to cop these. This year, we did lose Virgil. He changed the game. Kind of puts life into perspective. You gotta appreciate what we have, you know? Definitely going to be one of the sneakers in my collection that I will hold on to forever. All right, let's move on to number 2. Big number 2. At number 2, it's number 1. The A Ma Maniére Head & Shoulders Jordan 1. They went with that vintage look and nice premium materials. For some reason, this shoe really doesn't look that good in pictures. A lot of the pictures were taken in super bad lighting, so it makes the midsole look really pink. But in natural lighting, it's a nice sail color. Also, metal aglets. So nice. I was actually able to cop these just like the Pada drop. It was super smooth. They did the domain switch and a little captcha, which is kind of the way to go now. I think this is going to be a pretty timeless sneaker because it already has that vintage feel. Also, my favorite Jordan 1 to come out in quite some time, which is why it takes the number 2 spot. Ooh, we're finally here. Number 1. Coming in at number 1 for the best sneaker of 2021, we have the Adidas Bad Bunny Forum. Bad joke, I'm sorry. At number 1, it's number 3. The A Ma Maniére Jordan 3. I mean, was it ever really in question? This was their first collab with Jordan, and they kind of killed it. They killed it so hard, in fact, it ultimately led to the Jordan 1 collaboration that took the number 2 spot. It's a lockout. A Ma Maniére took the number 1 and 2 spots for me. They look so good. From the ultra premium materials to the inspiration behind the shoe. Your mom. No, really though. The inspiration behind the shoe was the role women play early in our lives. Really cool, kind of hidden messages around the shoe. Tasteful, not overly done. I feel like this shoe successfully combines the two worlds of sneakers and art. And for those reasons, this takes the number 1 spot. Not much else to say. Look at it. It's so... that's a good cone. That concludes my top 10 sneakers of 2021. It's been a pretty solid year, and I was actually able to cop a lot of the shoes that I had on my list. Yeah, should anything be higher, lower? Would you change the list entirely? Put your top 10 list in the comments down below. I am pretty interested to see what you guys think. As always, huge, massive thank you to everyone for sticking around. Yeah, Merry Crumbus, Happy New Year, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll see you next year.